Quick Marvel trivia: what injury did Tom Holland sustain during the last day of filming The Lost City of Z? If you know the answer, type it in the comments down below or stick to the end of the video to find out for yourself.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Over the years, Tom Holland has had some really hilarious and meme-type moments whenever he was doing things like interviews or maybe even telling stories along the way. And one of the things that have caused fans to really enjoy Tom Holland's tenure as Peter Parker or Spider-Man is the fact that as an actor, he's pretty down-to-earth and self-aware, and in turn has made some really funny moments, just kind of making fun of himself. So today we wanted to take a look at some of the best moments. Now, there's been a ton of great moments of Tom Holland being very self-aware and kind of making fun of himself, and also keeping things very light with himself and how he handles situations. Like, for instance, during a promotional video where he was reacting to the film Cherry, he actually recognizes that he messed up during a scene and then kind of makes a mental note to himself to tell the editors that there needs to be a re-recording of the line because he kind of messed up in how he handled it.
Yeah, a little. Oh my god, that was so English. The way I said that.
Yeah, a little.
I need to change that. I'm like, yeah, a little, rather than a little. Just gonna make a note of that and say to them we need to record one more line before they release the film. Hang on.
There was this moment where we saw Tom Holland talking a little bit about working out with Jake Gyllenhaal and how he was a competitive person and tried to keep up with his workout routine, and just this whole interaction and friendly rivalry is really funny.
A kilometer left, he's like, let's do 3.5. I'm like, dude, let's do 4. Why 3.5? Why stop there?
Yeah.
And then we're doing press later that day, and I can't walk. Genuinely, I'm sitting there, and a journalist goes, what's wrong with you? And I said, well, I do all of my own stunts.
There was another time where Tom Holland just kind of straight up acknowledged that he'd gotten really confused with where an interview was supposed to be, and he ends up praising his brother for getting him to the interview on time.
If Harry wasn't in my life, I wouldn't have made it here tonight.
Why do you say that?
Well, no, because I'm just stupid, and he has to tell me where to go all the time.
So he's your shepherd in a way.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
There's this time where Tom Holland talks a little bit about the situation he runs into whenever people take photos of him. It's actually pretty hilarious.
And I thought it was hilarious, so I reposted the picture, which then went viral, and everyone found it hilarious. But then weeks go by, and I'd look at myself in the mirror and be like, maybe I do look like I have a fucking...
I think this is the original tweet. This is you.
Oh,
you do look like you've got something in your mouth.
There was this interview where Tom Holland was talking a little bit about how many times in a week he finds himself crying, and then he kind of just acknowledges that he cries all the time.
It seems to be getting easier, and I cry like watching films now all the time. It's really embarrassing as well. I don't know what happened to me. Like I went through a phase where I'd never cry about anything, and now I reckon I cry 4 times a week. I don't cry 4 times a week, but I cry a lot. Starts crying now. No, I don't cry that much. I cry like all the time.
There was also this interview where Tom Holland really struggled figuring out the pronunciation for the state Pennsylvania.
I always used to think the Pennsylvania was spelt Pennsylvania.
Sorry.
Not Pennsylvania.
Lavania. Then we can look to this other time where Tom Holland calls himself a walking meme.
And the other fun thing, I imagine, for you is seeing the fans react to you online, like GIFs and memes and all the rest of it.
I am a walking meme. I am. My fans love it. And it's fun, you know. The funniest one is I was on a diet when we did Heart of the Sea, right? And we were only allowed to eat 500 calories a day, which is awful. I stole a croissant from the catering thing that the crew ate. I ate it and then threw up immediately because I just wasn't used to the sugar.
There also was this huge thing that came out a few months ago where Tom Holland was doing all of these interviews while in lockdown and quarantine and was talking over webcam, and it became this big meme that Tom Holland does a lot of his interviews pantless when he's at home. But first, we wanted to give a quick reminder, we do have a really awesome Instagram page that updates you guys on everything happening Marvel immediately. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check it out, link in the description. There's also a ton of really awesome memes and other things that are posted on there. So make sure you guys are following that page. And let's go ahead and jump into this story.
The Russo brothers, who has directed you in The Avengers and your new film,
Yes.
Cherry, decided to copy your look. And we can take a look at that.
The thing that kills me is Joe's actually got nicer legs than I do.
He does. I looked
Look
at
at
it
his
too.
legs.
Does he shave his legs?
Look.
You think?
I don't know what he does. I don't have to shave my legs because I'm like a prepubescent teenager. I haven't grown hair on my legs yet.
There was this time Tom Holland was in an interview and there's a game that they're playing and it took him just a little bit longer than what you would expect to figure out the rules of the game.
So we're just doing between us, obviously, because there's no one else here. I'm an idiot. Let's move on quickly. Ask the questions, bro.
There was this time where Tom Holland wasn't able to understand Instagram and needed to get help from his fellow co-star Zendaya.
Well, it's no secret I'm not very good at Instagram.
Is that not a secret?
No.
So remember you posted a story like twice, and you're like, how do I delete my story? And I
But
had to
why-
like send you literally I had to screen record a video of how you delete a story.
But why would it give you the option to post it twice? That's my question. Like, I was like, how did I do that?
Then when he was talking about the movie he was in, Cherry, he kind of reveals that he might be a little bit accident prone or injury prone, and he ended up spraining his ankle while he was on set.
I'm pretty injury prone. I'm nursing an injury at the moment. I've hurt my knee on set, so Marvel and Sony have sent me home for 3 days, and I'm losing my mind, not doing anything, knowing that Jacob and Zendaya are having so much on set without me.
And I sort of looked down and my ankle was like looking the wrong way. And I was like, oh God. And then I stood on it and it kind of went.
There's also this story Tom Holland shared when, way back for Captain America Civil War, he actually thought that the Robert Downey Jr. stunt double was actually Robert Downey Jr., making this really a unique scenario.
I see Robert Downey Jr., I go up to him, I shake his hand, nice to meet you, and I'm starting to panic, right? I'm like, oh my God, it's Robert Downey Jr. And I'm looking him in the face, sort of going, there's something different about you in person. Did they do something to your face on camera? Like, you don't look the same. And then Robert then walked in. And I realized I've been talking to his stunt double the whole time.
Then, besides some of these iconic moments, we've also seen Tom Holland on multiple different occasions kind of accidentally spoil things, or just in general when he's talking about how he's accidentally spoiled things in the past, kind of made light of the situation or tries to defend himself, but also acknowledges that he has kind of a reputation of slipping up from time to time. But it's also worked in his favor because they've kind of played off of that in later promotional material for future films he starred in, kind of joking with the fact that he accidentally spoils things, and maybe they make Tom Holland intentionally spoil things just for the comedic effect.
Is this what's going on?
I wouldn't say babies.
I'm going to give
Maybe
you a
adolescence
challenge
is-
Sure.
for the next time we do an interview.
Okay.
The next time we do an interview, if you could bring me everything I've ever spoiled, if you could do the research, because I don't
got
actually
a life,
think
probably a family
I
and a job.
don't actually think I've
Quite
spoiled
a lot
that
of footage.
What I thought was a fake script because it was like Spider-Man's in space. So I didn't finish it, but I found out it was real.
Okay.
And if you've stuck around this far into the video and you still haven't figured out the answer to what injury Tom Holland sustained during filming of The Lost City of Z, interestingly enough, on that last day of filming, Tom Holland actually managed to end up breaking his nose. Fortunately enough, he has now recovered, but what an injury to take on the last day of work. Okay, so what did you guys think of these moments of Tom Holland, and are you a fan of this actor? Also, are you excited for Spider-Man No Way Home? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this.
Bop. Nip and a bop. I'm just gonna pop in the shop. I'm gonna stop.
No, I love it. I didn't know nip and a bop.
Nip and a bop or a pop. I think it's actually pop. Everyone in England's going, he's an idiot. But no one gives me notes like my mum does.